God, I love that thing. All right, so here's a look under the truck. Here's a nifty little light. I don't know if you guys ever had one of these, but man, these are super handy and very cheap. So here's what we're looking like. Has the flex piping. I don't know what kind of manifolds these are, if anyone can know, but looks like it was a tight squeeze for a lot of it. But I'm gonna try to put in the new header extenders, which will come back to right here. And then we're gonna start putting in the mufflers, get those worked in. Once we get to the mufflers, it'll X back at this point and then continue back through the axle to get to the back. And that rake is just so off. It's terrible, isn't it? It looks terrible. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to slam that this summer. So, back to it. So, encountered the first problem. Shout out my old Falcon. But when I got the new header piece on here, it seemed that there was an extra little tab where they had welded two together. So it's making the joint between the two not be so smooth. So I'm gonna have to grind those off. Alrighty, so in case the other one was bad. So what happened here is I had those little flanges that were extra from the welding. I just took a little zip tie and tried to line up as best I could the edges, and then took a paint pen and just marked it down. So it gave me an easy way to grind it smooth and have a kind of a reference point. And you know, it looks pretty damn straight from, you know, what I can see, and enough that if I get a new donut, or hopefully use one of these old ones or two of them, that I can get that to seal. But I'll be honest, I thought they were going to match up pretty perfect out of the box, so maybe I was just dumb and don't know that there's a special female receiver for the ball end style flanges. But I don't know, we'll make it work. It's if I end up having to just weld the damn thing all the way closed, that's just what it is. I'm planning on doing plenty of things to the future. This is just kind of a quick fix. This is what was on the machine before. Is this some short pipes that didn't even make it past the driver door, so the girlfriend didn't really care to drive in it too much because it's just so damn loud. But yeah, anyway, hopefully these will seal up good, and I'll get this one ground off and back on the truck. Yeah, we'll see if I can get anything done around here. All right, so looking at the new pipes, man, got them pretty straight. I use the old donuts so I can still, if they're leaking, just get some new ones. But it looks like it's gonna be a tight enough seal. Just like I said, I only gotta make her get a little bit, make the woman happy, and I can keep working on it. But right now it's, like I said, 2 hours away at Jake's, so I want to at least drive it home. So, she'll be drivable. So, now to kind of figure out the rest of it. Yay! So, in the process, just trying to show you guys where I'm at now. Got the new coupler for those headers, and then added on a 4-foot pipe to come all the way back. And eventually, I kind of just mocked up where I think I want the X to go. I don't really know, it's kind of a guessing game from there. But I feel like with all the extra 4 foot in between, I can just slide the muffler where I need to go to try to make it work, but you know, somewhere in between those two connecting points. So I just wired up and definitely got it, you know, enough clearance that I think, you know, this is obviously going to go up just wired in, but it's going to get the look that I really want, looking from the back. Should be enough space to kind of go through there, and then it'll just come right out the side, which on each side of the license plate is what I've always liked, but I talked myself out of it, and I think I talked myself back into it. So that's kind of what I'm doing. What you're seeing here is just following it back, and then just kind of mocking up what I know I want, and just wiring it up there to hang them in before everything's crimped and wired. You know, just kind of taped and kind of mocked. And so then taking the mufflers, I can just kind of insert them in between and find out where that offset is. The mufflers are offset. Wish I would have got some different stuff now that I think about it, but I bought those a long time ago. So I'm gonna try to put that offset in between the two. I mean, this has plenty of space to move back and forth and kind of offset between this and kind of that stuff. So, like I said, Headman header extensions are working really well. Then I just got the cheap couplers on there, and I'll kind of work all that out as I go along. But I'm almost ready to maybe start cutting out, kind of final fitting, and then I'll really see where the connection points that I need to go and tack everything together, and yep, kind of go from there. But pretty much I think I've decided on this configuration. You know, you can pop these out and flip them over and they widen out and whatever, kind of changing and cutting. But I think as of the way they're oriented, where I have them taped, I think is I could go ahead and weld it if I wanted to, but I'm too scared of everything until I'm ready to be final with it. So anyway, coming along. I only got about another hour and a half here before I have to head home, before too much dark. So anyway, I'm feeling super stoked. It's looking really good. I just love working on I've been getting ready to sell my house and buy some land and get a new spot and kind of live out in the country. Been living in the city for the past 10 years, but I was born in the country, supposed to be in the country, so I don't know. I just came working on the truck, trying to give myself a little peace of mind, something actually working out, something I can control a little more, so having fun with it. So no real stress with this. It's not going anywhere. God, that lift paid for itself. I got that thing for $500. My buddy installs garage doors, and a rich guy had it, and he was installing the garage door, and rich guy sold his Porsche, so he didn't need it anymore. So he said, man, I guess I sold the Porsche. If you want this thing, I just want it gone. $500, I'll take it. I'll be right over. So, we tore it down, shipped it over here. It's been worth it since, especially for this. If I take it back home, I use it for a lot of other things, but especially for this exhaust system, hey, it worked out perfect. So, all right, I'll get back to it. I don't know how much more I'm gonna do today and really feel like I can get done, but yeah, I don't have the best resources. I've burned out the last cutout wheel I have, so I don't have the best resources to cut all those down perfectly, but I'll at least have it perfectly mocked and ready to be final put together by the end of the day, and that's kind of what I wanted for today. I mean, I'm not driving it home, but cool. Anyway, updated.